Welcome, Aquarius, to your daily reading for May 8th of 2018 in love. Right, so the very first card that came out is the Hierophant, and this is the theme and overall energy of the day. And a lot of times I see this as, if this is the overall energy of the day, you could be doing numerous things. For instance, you are restricted because you're married. You're restricted because of how you think about how others might think about you in your relationship. Friends, maybe your family in some way. And I feel like this is part of tradition, staying true to that, your beliefs, your moral compass, and trying your best to analyze everything and have a discussion about certain things with your particular romantic partner. With others of you might be going to marriage counseling. Your partner could propose that to you, that you do that. You could be proposed to when it comes to marriage or making a formal commitment. Others of you are saying, well, no, I don't want to do that because I don't I feel like I should be able to talk to who I want to talk to. I feel like I should be able to explore my options. For others of you, you want that firm commitment where you might feel that your partner is married and they don't acknowledge you at all, but on the side, sometimes they might text you, they might message you, or whatever it might be, but you two never make the plans to be together because someone, either both of you or one or the other, is not available. That's the Hierophant. So this is trying to find the ways to cope with your situation through healing. For a lot of you, you're focusing maybe on the gym, you're going to school. This could be literally some of you may have a very spiritual background or very spiritual family, and the other party or other people, they're not very spiritual. They could be spiritual, but they're not religious. Something is like that's going on. You might have someone who is a different racial background, all right, that doesn't really reflect on what's usual, what's accepted. It's unorthodox, and some of you might not like that. So you may say, well, I can't do that. I have to stay with, with what's true. I don't want to be the person, the oddball in a situation. I don't want to look odd. I don't want people talking about me, whatever it might be. So you stay in a position of reluctance and restraint. So these are energies for you in your current moment. Some of you dealing with the Taurus, but definitely religious factors going on in your situation and not really wanting to restrict yourself in some way. Others of you, this is is very positive, where again you're working out issues with you and your romantic partner before you are to sever that tie or making the offer to do so. So the energy that's coming towards you is a lot of communication or phone calls. And sometimes when I see this, it's sometimes very unhealthy, because yes, you might be trying to work things out, but there's some kind of interference as well, where there are more than one person. I see you got three people in the Five of, well, the Hierophant, which is a card of change and conflict, but then you got the Eight of Wands and the Three of Swords is there. Ultimately this communication that's going on, whether it's text messages, phone calls, whether you're traveling to go see a person behind closed doors, it ultimately leads to heartbreak, confusion, knowing the reality that some of you are not being discreet, and there's a lot of indiscretion in your relationship or marriage that should not be there because someone is not completely available. And the person that you might be trying to build up momentum with, they know what's going on. They know that you are still dealing with some things, and it hurts you that you're hurting them, and that separation is really tearing you two apart. And sometimes this is going to marriage counseling or trying to counsel one another and things not working. It ultimately ends up through an argument, frustration. Maybe the Eight of Wands, which is clear communication. A lot of communication turns out to be a block message, or you just turning something down, shutting someone down, having an argument. Sometimes it's a drunk texting, or someone having issues with certain things like that, overindulgence and the way that they respond if they're under the influence, right? So I feel like these are heavier issues dealing with some kind of restriction that needs to be removed, out of your life. But I feel like there is communication coming through, whether it's from a particular person. Sometimes this is saying, well, I don't want to speak to the particular person that I want to get to know just yet because I'm not done with my past. So I'll go to work, I'll talk on social media, I'll express myself in that way, but I'll never talk to that person face to face or let them know what's going on, because I'm just not in a position to do so, or I just don't want to. So part of it, of this situation, is make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. All of these steps are necessary for you to clear a path to move forward. Where the Hierophant was in reverse, if it were, it means that I'm no longer willing to be restricted or bound by certain outdated beliefs or restrictions, or not being able to bend the rule here and there to come to terms with an agreement with my partner, so that you two can be on the same page and kind of rub shoulders or shake hands or hug, you kiss, and then say, okay, we don't agree on everything, but I believe that we can make some kind of compromise so that we can come together, and that I have to work on certain things first. Maybe we need to, move away from our connection, which is flimsy, it's not really strong, but then we can build something stronger once I handle what I need to take care of, and that's closing chapters and making some internal changes with yourself. And maybe it does take for some of you to take some time gaining your strength, going to the gym, working out, maybe with your fitness, your health, whatever you're putting into your body, your mind, or the people that you might be putting in your life when it comes to friendships or social engagement, organizations that are not quite healthy, removing yourself from those people, places, and things. And then, because they may have an effect on your relationship or romantic partner, because they may not agree with it. Family members or friends could be involved in your choices or your partner's choices to choose you in a relationship, and that could be very hindering and demoralizing to the partnership or the potential one. All right, so I do hope that the messages help you out. All right, lots of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes, and you can always go to the website for a private or personal session if you choose to. Have a good one.